So we make all these jokes about how we hate each other and about how like we don't like each other, and I pretty much just said the same thing twice. But anyway,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you trust me, don't you, Jack?
Trust you?
Yeah. At the end of the day, like
With what?
in a serious situation, you would trust me, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you would, right? I mean, obviously, if I was like, oh, come downstairs, there's a really good thing for you, you wouldn't, because you'd know it'd probably be like me with a boxing glove.
Yeah, and like on a spring.
Yeah.
I'll be like walking around the corner going, "Oh, Robin, you
because you know that I goes to those kind of efforts just for that cheap laugh.
Yeah, of course.
But in a serious situation, you trust me, don't you?
Yeah, as long as you didn't have that boxing glove on a spring.
Yeah, okay.
That one hurt last time.
Yeah. We won't talk about that then. No. Anyway, so all right, you need to think about this seriously.
Okay.
If I told you I had a superhuman ability, would you believe me?
Yeah, but what?
No, okay,
no,
but hang on, no, hang on, but okay, hang on, but not in a case of I would just come up to you and go, I have a superhuman ability. If I brought you over to my house, sat you down, we had a proper chat about it, and I said I'm really worried, I think I've got a superhuman ability.
Well, it depends what it was. If you go, Jack, I'm so worried, I've got a superhuman ability because I can shoot dice out of my nose, then that's quite far-fetched, you know what I mean? But if you said, Jack, I've got a super ability, I can remember any like set of cards you show me in the right order or something.
That's not really superhuman though, is it?
Okay, alright.
But like, we're talking about superpowers here.
Alright, so I came over and you said, Jack, I can shoot lightning out my fingers. I'd probably say, no, Robbie, I don't trust you. You can't shoot lightning out.
What if I then
until you went and fired me with lightning, I was going, no! But then I would believe
but if I just showed you like a display, like say I did have these lightning fingers.
You showed me a display like a slideshow of you like
this is me in Paris shooting the Eiffel Tower with lightning.
And all these people are running around going, you're just
on fire.
You're just there smiling with your
thumb up, like lightning coming out of my thumb. No, like if I showed you, like if I don't know, just like snapped my fingers and a bit of electricity came out, what would you trust that straight away? Would you go yes?
I'll probably check around for like some batteries you hooked yourself up to or something first.
I thought it was just giant. I got a car battery down my pants. Just like
I rip off your shirt and you got them all strapped to your chest.
Jack, why would you rip off my shirt?
Oh.
Why? In what scenario would you go, my best check for clues, rips off shirt?
I was worried you're wearing a wire.
What?
Because you're like a government agent and you spot. I don't know, right? Let's just carry on.
But
okay. Bottom line is, okay, if you demonstrated, yes, I trust you. Is that it?
But wouldn't you say? Because there's more feasibility behind different superhuman abilities. Like for example, the ability to fly. It's not really possible.
No, it's not.
Because I mean, Superman, right? If you think about it, Superman, surely he gets like windburn, like serious windburn. Have you seen the speeds that he flies at?
He's fucking invincible, isn't he?
Well, no, he's not.
But he is.
Well, no.
If the wind was made of kryptonite, then he'd probably serious burn.
It's like, ow, like there was like a red face.
I think it's another one of our superhero with ailments.
Yeah.
Superman suffering from windburn.
but in serious though, but there are more feasibility things, like more feasible superpowers, like power of super strength. Like there is a way that somebody could possibly, in some scientific manner.
All right, yeah.
But I just love the science. Like they try. Like I love it when people try and make it so there's actual real science behind it.
Yeah.
But
did you know for Watchmen, this might not for people who've read the Watchmen, you know. Dr. Manhattan.
Yes, I'm very aware of Dr.
He can control his waveform or whatever it is. Yeah. Scientifically, if he could do that, he could do most of the stuff that he does in the movie, like 75% of it. But it's impossible to control your waveform. So,
yeah.
Anyway, science out the way. I just wanted to tell you.
Science.
For science. Yeah. Stand back. I'm going to try science.
But I love the
Anyway, where were we going with this whole trusting thing?
That was where I was going.
Oh, right, into feasibility.
Yeah, no, I was going into just kind of how... I mean, what I mean is, like, what's the most unbelievable thing I could tell you that you would believe? Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
Superpower?
Well, no, anything.
Anything?
So, like, if I said...
You got laid.
I have a pet Dude. Weak. What if I had, like, a... pet rhino or something. Like, would you believe that?
I trust you up to a point where no, because that's not feasible for anyone to have a pet rhino unless you're like a zookeeper.
What if I am a zookeeper?
Yeah, but feasibly you're not because you're at university.
But okay,
It's not
like, what I'm trying to say is like, what if there's something I can't physically show you?
Would I trust you? Just depends how far-fetched it was.
So
if you said, Jack, Jesus is in the kitchen like next door, but I can't show him to you, I'll probably be like, right.
Because he's a bit frightened of strangers.
I'll be like, yes, right, Robbie, okay, Jesus definitely is next door.
Okay, no, but like, okay, I can't think of I need to think of a really good example. Like,
okay, let's turn the tables. What's the most unfeasible thing I could tell you, but you could still believe me?
Well, you come out with a lot of bullshit,
yeah,
so.
right, that's true.
So it's quite difficult for me. I mean, you know, you talk about all the hot bitches you get every weekend.
Yeah, but that's so true.
It's not though, is it, Jack? What are the hot bitches' names then?
Claire,
Snare,
Cecilia,
Snare,
Claire again. Okay, that Robbie, I must tell you, there's no hot bitches.
Oh well, that's disappointing. But I knew that anyway.
Are we ever going to get laid, Robbie?
No. Jack, you have a girlfriend.
Yeah, but she's never going to... No.
Maybe we should talk about the quest for infinite poon.
No, because that's going to be in the PoonCon episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that later, people.
Okay.
But aren't those splicer masks we made out of domino...
Are we gonna move
on to this? We're going to move on to this. Okay,
take it away, Jack.
Today is New Year's Eve. I think this can go in the same podcast, can't it? Because
yeah.
Okay.
Just do it.
Okay, we're going to a New Year's Eve party tonight, and it's a masquerade theme because our friends are really gay, basically. No, basically
because our friends, because they're such dicks.
No. Okay, me and Robbie are friends with lots of women. Oh yeah, but they're all into really girly, posh stuff, aren't they? So. Yeah. We're having a masquerade theme thing, so all the girls probably going in these elaborate face masks and lovely dresses and whatnot.
So,
but me and Robbie left it to the last moment.
So you want to talk about? God, Sam comes into this podcast so much. So
Sam, yeah,
your original idea. What was your original idea?
Me and Sam had an idea. My friend Sam, he's a really awesome guy. Just gotta say that. But yeah, we had this idea to be. Go as splicers out of BioShock.
Yeah, you know.
Which, if you haven't played it, splicers are weird genetic freaks who are drug addicts. They all wear like ball gowns. They've got like melted faces, and quite a lot of them wear like ball gowns and suits and like masks, weird masks to cover up their ugliness, basically. So we were going.
That's why we're wearing masks, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah.
Nice.